Pac-12 action, folks. Oregon State in the mix. Their only loss at Washington State. They come in 6-1. They're a ranked foe, and they're looking to be one of those top 12 teams to get a major bowl bid. It's been a long time since they've done that. Oregon State started the season at San Jose State. Nice win. UC Davis, 55-7. They beat a San Diego State team, which we know that win isn't as good now. They go to Washington State. They give up 422 yards passing. They lose that game. But knocking off Utah, impressive. Holding Utah to 198 yards. Going to Cal and winning on the road, it's tough to do. And then knocking off UCLA. Arizona, to me, one of the most impressive teams this year from what they've did. What Jedd Fisch has done with this defense and only 3 returning starters. They lost on the road at Mississippi State, a game they had a 124-yard edge, lost in overtime, and the reason they lost, they were -4 turnovers. You're not going to win on the road, let alone at an SEC team -4 turnovers. Beat UTEP, beat Stanford. You lose against Washington, but you only lose by 7 points. Then you go to USC in a barn burner, lose 43-42, and then demolish Washington State. To me, this defense is a top 20. Boy, can they get on teams and sack foes. In fact, in conference play, they have 5 sacks against Stanford, 2 against Washington, 4 against USC, and 2 against Washington State. That is an impressive list. That's a top 10 against conference foes, sacks. Now, I like this Oregon State team. Why? They can run the ball. You have DJ Uiagalelei, the Clemson transfer, a 15-4 ratio, only completing 60%. He's still not throwing the ball well deep. But again, with that rush attack averaging almost 200 yards per game and 5.5 yards per carry, it makes up for a lot of mistakes. Arizona, they thought when DeLora got hurt and 50 had to come in, they thought there's going to be a down play. Well, I'll tell you what, in his 3 starts, this team has had back-to-back 500-yard games. Noah is passing for 75.2% completions with an 8-2 ratio. So when I look at these teams, I went to the database. I wanted to know when both teams are off a bye and both teams off a win, when a team was an away favorite like Oregon State, what happens? Well, I went back to 2010, and actually the away favorite in that role like Oregon State has covered 59.5%. I made this line Oregon State -5. So with that said, that system, my line being a little higher, you would think I would lean with Oregon State, but I am not going to. And here's the reason why. Winning on the road is tough. Oregon State has always been an excellent dog because they don't turn the ball over and they could run the ball. But Oregon State, when I go back and look since 2013, they've played 23 games from game 5 on against a team on the road with a winning record. That's it. They've won 3 of those games. They're 3-20. They did win against Cal, their last road game, but again, Arizona, a much better team than Cal. I'm a fan of Arizona. I'm a fan of Oregon State. I think, though, they try to establish the run, and in this situation, both teams playing with some pressure because they are now playing for bowl bids and that potential. I like under 56.5. Arizona can slow the run. They're allowing under 100 yards per game and 3.0 yards per carry. Oregon State short passes, trying to establish the run. And Arizona does want to run. I mean, they ran the ball 42 times against USC and 37 against Washington State. I like under 56.5 in this Pac-12 matchup between the Beavers and the Wildcats. 3-day all access. Just $49. Think about it. Just over $16 a day can get you any 3 days. The NBA starts this week. NHL action. A full weekend of football. The code ACCESS3. Tell you what, guys. I watch these Wager Talk videos to learn about the upcoming weekend games. You should as well. It's worth your time. Enjoy Wager Talk TV, and thanks for tuning in.